Hey Natural Divas, it's Monica the Natural Hair Junkie. It's been a while since I've talked to you guys, but I was really excited to give you guys my salon review because I recently went to Urbanbella Salon in Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of people ask me, well, why'd you go all the way down there to get your hair done? My answer is, number one, because I wanted to. Two, because they, are one of the premier salons that you're always reading about online on the hair boards as far as natural hair care is concerned. Three, there were some services that I wanted done to my hair, and I'm very particular about my hair. I've worked really hard to grow it out, so I wanted to make sure I had the best of the best working on my hair as far as cutting it and coloring it, of course, in its curly state. And they're supposed to be able to deliver that, so that's why I went to Urbanbella. Urbanbella is located at 141 West Wyuka Road, Northeast, I believe, Atlanta, Georgia, 30342, something like that is the address. I found it very easy to find. The building was easy to find. The actual suite was a little bit harder to find because the suite was located on the back of the building, and they didn't really have a lot of signs up, so I would say they need to put up more signs to make their actual suite more visible when you get to the building. How I would rate my experiences. Well, first, going in, it is a really, it's a nice, it's not so small and intimate where it's cramped, but it is kind of a more intimate, kind of laid-back environment, not so, overwhelming. Very nice decor, I thought. When you walk in, they have a store. You can buy stuff on their online store. But you walk into their store, and there's like a little hallway you can walk through, and I guess they have offices on one side. They have a nice little sitting area with a lovely couch. I mean, it was so pretty, the pillows and all that. And then to your right is a waiting area. Now, I would consider them to be kind of a more upscale salon because when I came in, they offered me drinks, refreshments. My mom went with too. They offered us refreshments. They gave me a little questionnaire to fill out when I came in. Kind of like being at the doctor's office, but, just questions like, what are your hair goals, what are you trying to achieve, etc. The actual salon experience, I would give them overall a B, I guess. As far as the services that I had done, I had my hair colored first and then cut. Only complaints about that, number one, I wasn't, I guess I would say, well informed of how long it would take, because I was just planning to come down and then come right back. I had someone riding with me, and if I knew it would have taken that long, I probably just would have stayed overnight and came by myself and drove back in the morning. But the color process itself took about maybe 2-3 hours to complete in itself, outside of styling. I didn't really get any extra styling done because I'm capable of styling my own hair. These twists you see in my hair right now, I've done myself. I really just wanted to get the cut. The color, I love. The girl who did the color on my hair, I can't remember her name, but the color is like the bomb. I got highlights, partial highlights. Very expensive, that's the only thing, but she did a really good job with coloring my hair. The girl that cut my hair, I still like the cut, but she took off more hair than I wanted. I said I just wanted the trim and the bulk taken out of it. My hair used to be down here on my shoulders. Now it's kind of sitting up here. Well, since my hair is long anyway, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but still. But it was, an okay cut. Color was pretty well. The staff, for the most part, they were really friendly. I don't know. I'm not a big salon. I hate going to the salon, but it's just some stuff you really need to go to a professional to have done. So, I'm just not big on a salon experience altogether, and I'm someone who's, more of an observer, not too talkative while I'm there, especially if I don't, know the people there very well. And there were some times when I was kind of left, there sitting, trying to figure out what was going on. I guess there could have been more information and instruction about what they were doing to my hair, the next steps they were going to take, which before I left, they did go into more detail with that. But I saw other ladies that were there that were getting a little bit more explanation. But I think that's because they were having a consultation done. But when I left, they do provide a worksheet. They talk to you about what products they use in your hair and how to use them when you get home. They do, lay out the products that they used in your hair. And I have those with me. The first one was Phyto Jojoba. Intense Hydrating Shampoo. I've actually tried this here at home. That's all right. I've heard of Fido before, but I always heard of their Intense, deep conditioner. I didn't know they really made different shampoos and stuff like that. But this stuff was pretty good. It is something, has sulfates in it, so I probably won't use it that often, but it was pretty decent for that. The conditioner, Jane Carter Solution, heard of them before. Used several of her things before, kind of okay for me. Never tried the nutrient replenishing conditioner though. Tried this at home and it was the bomb. Especially for dry colored hair that needs a lot of moisture back in it. This was good stuff. They styled my hair. This stuff I didn't like. Squee-Dyed. I've heard of it before. I've read reviews on naturallycurly.com. Hadn't really tried it myself, but she put in my hair the Botanical Boost, and then followed it with the Curl Quencher Moisturizing Gel. I don't like gel. And I was telling the girl, because she asked me, what kind of products I use. And when I was telling her what kind of products I use, she acted like she'd never heard those before. And I'm like, those are pretty popular. I know a lot of people who use those brands. And even though the Squee-Dyed did give me extension and a lot of curl definition, my hair was hard when I left, and I don't like that. I like soft hair. I'd rather have soft, non-defined hair than hard, defined hair. So I'm sticking to my products, which right now my favorite is my Honey Child. I'm sticking to that. Except for right now, because of how this Jane Carter does, I'm experimenting a little bit more with her line. They also gave me this Nourish and Shine, which I've tried before. Kind of amazed me that they, recommended that to me because it's a little bit heavy, but I guess if you're using it just as a pomade, like to soften your hair, to give it shine, then it does work well that way. Things that I also did not like, when I was leaving, they kind of automatically assumed that I wanted to purchase the products and automatically rang those up with my order. Considering that the service were very expensive, for what I had done, color, cut, and finger style was $230. I ain't ashamed to say it. $230. Yeah. Those products on the end was a little bit more pricey. But because I'm a product junkie, I didn't really care because I spend $50, $60 on products anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. The tip, however, they asked me if I wanted to leave a gratuity. I thought that might have been a little bit tacky. I don't think you should ask for a gratuity. Somebody wants to leave it, you will. But they went ahead and added that on in. I honestly didn't know how much to leave or whatever. 10% cool, but I really hope that they split the tip between the girl that did my hair and the girl that did my color, because I was most pleased with the color that they did. The cut, was okay. It's not that it was a bad cut. She just cut more of my hair than I wanted, but the color is the bomb. Now, things about color, you have to be very... This color was a two process. She pretty much bleached my hair. She pre-lightened it, washed it, conditioned it, dried it, and then went back in with a toner to kind of tone the color down, washed it, conditioned it, and then that's when I went through the cutting process. So that's why it took about 2 or 3 hours to do the color. Very harsh on your hair, not even going to lie. That's a really harsh chemical process on your hair. And they, don't tell you this in advance, but sometimes the color itself, especially if you're bleaching, doing the two process, can affect your texture. So I've been checking my hair to see if it's changed any, and I haven't noticed a whole lot of change, but I've been looking at it. It's still twisting up and doing all that stuff, so I think I'm okay, but it's probably something that I would really consider a second time around before I got color services done again, even though I think the color is fierce. I don't even know if you can tell what the color looks like. I'll try to, get close to the camera so you can see what it looks like, even though my hair is in twists now. But overall, I didn't think it was a wasted trip. I think it might have been something that was better for me to do when I had something else going on.